Part of social service in high school, I volunteered in an orphanage in Bombay, and where I really just painted beds and did some odd jobs. And what I found through that experience was that through the volunteers, it was mainly volunteers, we were able to create a safe and clean environment for the kids there. And the key lesson that came out of that early on in life for me was the power of the collective. And the fact that when people come together, they can bring about change, and everybody can play their part, whether big or small, in that change. So change is hard. There's an intrinsic bias in everybody, I think, to want to maintain the status quo and keep that going. There's a certain comfort that comes out of that. I try to overcome that impulse and be open to change by keeping an open mind, by assessing the impact of that change from a risk-reward perspective, and really relying on people that I trust to guide me through whatever change I am experiencing. To give you some concrete examples of change in my life that I had to deal with where I used these principles was when I moved from India to the US, going through 9/11 and the new realities that brought about for all of us. And lastly, but just as important, was balancing family and work, particularly when my two daughters came along, and I wanted to continue to maintain my strong momentum at work, but still spend time getting to know my girls and family. I want to see more progress in the workplace in terms of recruiting a diverse workforce and developing and retaining that workforce. I come from it from a very personal way, because I do have two young daughters, and I do want to make sure that there are absolutely no barriers to them achieving their potential. I approach this in terms of being able to do my share by leading by example, and making sure that I look at as diverse a candidate base when I'm thinking about hiring somebody, but always picking the most qualified person. I also am willing to take risks, and as a leader, you have to be able to take risks with your people and making sure that the best talent rises to the top. And as an example, put diverse candidates on the fast track at your firm. Take that risk with them, and what you will see is they are going to perform just as well as anybody else.